Tomb Raider at Amazon, more Oscar controversy, and John Wick 4 is the best action in the whole franchise. All this and more on this week's episode of Freeze Frame.
Welcome back to Freeze Frame, brought to you by Strictly Casual, the show where we stop and take a moment to talk about all the heavily talked about news of the week having to do with movies, TV, streaming, and pop culture. I am one of your hosts, as always, Ryder Maldonado, joined by Vincent DeSantis, the one and only. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back.
Hey. How you doing?
Ladies and gents, it's a big week. We got DC news coming on the horizon.
It seems to be the most important thing in Ryder's life at this moment in time.
It's been consuming my mind as of late because I thought about the importance of Batman and Superman and kind of the main DC heroes. Even though we might not get any of that, you know, we're gonna get something different. But I don't know.
What do you think they start with? I think they got to start with Superman.
Yeah, maybe. Okay, yeah, maybe Superman. Maybe they get crazy with like unique stuff, like random characters.
Here's my dream for the DC slate. I'll tell you right now. They're like, guys, Smallville is canon again, and then they just cast an older Superman and his origin story is Smallville. So it's like you just watched the show and you're already caught up, bro. But then they retconned the whole Justice League thing because they tried to do the Justice League a little bit in Smallville, and they're like, well, that part wasn't really canon because, you know, blah blah blah. It's perfect. It's flawless plan.
Great. That would be great. Well, ladies and gents, you can let us know and give us a review on audio platforms. Let us know what you think about the show. It helps us out on how we can improve and always get better. We have Discords to stay up to date. Join our community and chat with us. Of course, TikTok for quick updates. Instagram and Twitter and all our social media will be linked down below where you can connect with us and find us on the online spaces.
On the interwebs, baby.
But Vince, how you been this week? I mean, what's been going on? And
I've been good, dude. Excited? Busy week. We got work. I'm excited about some stuff going on. But we're, you know, life is life right now. It's just, it is what it is. It's, you know, the ball is rolling. I've been really into pickleball this last couple weeks.
You've been fit. You've been a motivator.
I've been trying to get out and get some exercise in. I sit at this desk all day, dude. I do the podcast and I sit down for 8 hours of work, and then what do I do afterwards? Maybe play some video games or something like that. It's terrible.
No, but at least you're trying. You're trying to get out, trying to be active. You know, doing the best you got.
Even on like my lunch breaks, I'm trying to like walk a little bit, like get a little mile and a half walking just to do it.
Yeah.
It's tough though. I feel like I'm living a very sedimentary life, and it's painful.
Yeah, that's true. Wow, really adulting, right? Damn.
Not even just adulting. I just don't feel healthy, like in general.
Yeah.
Like regardless.
You're in the motions, kind of.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Yeah, like.
It's tough.
You're trying your best, and that's all we can do.
Try the best. Guys, go on TikTok, go on Instagram, go on YouTube. Ryder's been busting out all these shorts, and they're awesome. They're so good. So check those out. Leave a comment over there. Share it with a friend. That helps us out a bunch.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, we've been having fun doing those. Well, let's get into it. I guess we can kind of get back onto DC real quick. We don't have to spend too much time because, of course, nothing has been announced as of right now. We're recording this at 8 a.m. and word on the street is everything's going to be announced at 9 a.m. And, you know, that's not where we record. So we'll just have to wait and see. Word on the street. It really is word on the street. It's not like the mayor said it. It's just chit chat.
It's just whoever.
Yeah.
Just random. Someone tweeted it's coming out at 9 a.m. and everybody's like, all right, 9 a.m. It's happening. Yeah. That's how it goes.
Oh, man. Here's one thing I did see. I really admire Coy Jandreau. Shout out to him. He's a real comic book historian, so I always look up to him when it comes to comic book stuff. And he said one of the things that he wants to look forward to is to see James Gunn announce stuff that relates to comic books and to kind of show his comic book inspiration and kind of why he's making these titles, why he picked them with comic book kind of callbacks, not callbacks, but comic book inspiration and comic book like, I don't know, you know what I mean? Like,
wait, what are you getting at here? So he's picking what?
Like the titles that James Gunn picks, Coy and myself included, and probably many others, want to see more of the comic book inspiration behind why they chose these titles, right? Not just randomly like movie, like, okay, we're gonna make these characters in this movie and this show. It's like, but where's the comic book? Like, okay, here's the comic book origin. You know, here's how they started, and this is where it's gonna lead for that. And so, I don't know. I want to see more comic book stuff because when we see that with
clacking.
I'm clacking. Oh, sorry.
Clacking. It's okay.
It's a cough drop type day. So I'm bear with me, guys. I have a cough drop, and then I'll try and get. There you go. We're rid of that. I can't continue on without it. But yeah, you know what I mean. Sorry about the comic books. Like,
Yeah.
I wanted to have a comic book origin when it comes to this movie slate, not just picking randomly.
I'm sure
right?
it's gonna. Like, I don't know. That's like, it's gotta be. That's the comic books is what they're based off of. These characters are from comic books.
Mhm.
It's like,
Well, sometimes they pick them, and it's just
yeah,
out of nowhere, just for company wise, But
sure. But are you saying you don't want new ones too?
no. I'm saying like James Gunn being like a comic book lover, like outspoken. I hope he's like, okay, we're doing like Martian Manhunter, we're doing like weird stuff, and it's like this is like a weird comic that no one knows about, and people will start becoming interested into it after he talks about it. You know how it usually is.
Sure. I thought you meant titles, like quite literally, like,
Not
oh, we're naming
ones.
this after like this comic book. I think
No.
they'll make a way, but they have to do some popular characters first, and so
True, yeah. Balance, right?
or else people aren't going to be interested.
Yeah, we'll have to see. I think we know about young Superman is coming, like a young version of him, kind of dealing with his powers. I don't know if we're gonna do Batman. If they do Batman, that'll be a huge surprise for me, really huge surprise, because I know they're gonna keep Matt Reeves' world. But I think it's just gonna be a lot of different characters, like a new Justice League team with completely new members, right?
Yeah, it's going to be all Disney Channel stars, and they're all going to become the Justice League in this.
Disney Channel stars like Zach and Cody.
It's Noah Centineo. What's his name?
No,
it's all the boys I loved before.
No, they're scratching.
Isn't he in Black Adam?
It's deleted. Yeah, it's all deleted. No,
I'm imagining they cast a bunch of Justice League of like his era of high school romance movies.
CW. Oh my gosh,
that's what it feels like.
Really? Dang.
No,
I'm thinking Peacemaker. Like Peacemaker was like high production value.
I gotta watch Peacemaker, but like, will I like Peacemaker if I just thought Suicide Squad was okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's cool. It's more of the same, but kind of more risk. I mean, they take more risks. I think they definitely take more risks.
Is that not canon anymore either? Like, is that out of the canon? I think
Peacemaker will be canon. I really do think in my heart,
but not Suicide Squad.
I think the
Suicide Squad.
No, yeah, I really do think it will be, because he tried to he cleaned slate with the team, and then he started a new one, and then besides
Harley Quinn's
I think I don't know. See, that's confusing because that was all James, so I'm sure he'll find a way.
I really feel like Harley Quinn has ruined DC movies, like a lot of them.
Because it's harder, because they just throw her in. Or why?
She's just annoying to me. Like, I like Margot Robbie a lot, but like even Harley Quinn's character in general is like a little annoying to me.
Oh man, I'm sorry. That's just Harley. She's a psychopath. She's crazy,
I know. What is someone had this casting for? I don't know. Of course, it's freaking online. This comic book Twitter is just like, oh, this person would play a great Harley Quinn. I forget who it was, but I was like, oh yeah, I could actually see that, huh? Yeah.
Oh, for who? You just saw it.
I forget who it was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I saw it and I was like, oh yeah.
And you probably wouldn't like the Harley Quinn HBO Max show, because she's like nuts in that one.
I know. Yeah, that's why I watched the first episode and I was like, I can see why people like this, but I'm like,
it's not for you.
It's not even that. It's just not for me. Like it's hard for me to like sit down and watch Harley Quinn. I get a headache, dude. I get a headache.
Okay, it's not for you. It's okay to say that.
But I might like it. I don't know. Maybe I'll give it another shot.
Okay, well, give it another shot and then let me know what you think.
I feel like this conversation's coming off as I hate Harley Quinn, and I don't hate Harley Quinn. She just gets on my nerves sometimes.
I'm trying to pinpoint your thoughts on Harley. I mean, yes, she's crazy. She's a lot. She's not a normal human being. That's for sure.
Right.
She's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's a staple, I think, for DC for me, just because of the Arkham games and how she is. She's always
right.
She's definitely become way more independent now. They're like,
she's a great villain. I just don't know if I love like I don't want to root for her. Like Birds of Prey was hard to root for her.
Yeah, she's a villain. She's not really.
She's a bad guy. Yeah,
she's a bad guy. So yeah, I feel that.
They got to bring back what's her face from Birds of Prey?
Huntress.
Huntress, yes.
Yeah, Mary Elizabeth Winstead.
Yeah.
I already knew what you were thinking, dude. Yeah, I was.
I love her.
Yeah, she's awesome.
She's coming to Star Wars too. God bless her.
That's right. Great. Oh my God. Ewan got.
Anyways, we will get quite literally. We'll get the slate and we'll bring you the latest and the greatest of the slate coming soon. Ryder, I want to start off with bit of sad news is that Annie Wershing, who played Tess in the Last of Us video game, passed away from cancer this week at age 45. Very, very sad. Saw a lot of posts from Neil. I almost said Neil Baker, Troy Baker, Neil Druckmann. A lot of the cast members just saying how she was a great scene partner. She was also in a recent show that the name is escaping me right now.
Yeah,
but anyways,
she's been in a lot. Yeah, like Star Trek.
She's been in a lot of stuff.
She's doing
Picard. She's in Picard.
And then I think she was in The Rookie with Nathan Fillion, I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking at her Instagram earlier yesterday, and I was like, wow, she was working a lot. She was doing a lot of stuff. Yeah. And even her recent post was like, coming August 12th, like I'm doing, new season. And I think, with cancer, it's kind of just up in the air, right? It comes and goes with a lot of people. My aunt had cancer, and I mean, it's just tough. You don't really know with these things, and it sucks that you see it so often,
Yeah.
Crazy, but yeah.
Sometimes you're lucky if it comes and goes. Sometimes it just stays, and it's quick and it's fast, and it's so sad. It's devastating.
Absolutely.
So, Annie has a GoFundMe up for her 3 kids that she that are still here, and so yeah, I think that's pretty cool to check out too, if you are so inclined.
Yeah, absolutely. I see here you got Succession on here.
Yeah, I want to talk a little bit about Succession season 4. Number 1.
Let's talk Succession.
Yesterday, we get a text from one James Walmer. Okay. And James gives us a text, and he says, well, by the way, if you've only watched Freeze Frame, James is also in Strictly Casual. He runs a Checkpoint. We do Checkpoint together, which is our gaming news podcast. He says, guys, Succession is filming right outside my building today. We're like, oh my God, what? Turns out he sends no pictures, no videos. I'm very upset with him. He could have done it. All he sent was the catering truck that was pulled up to the place for Succession. But how exciting. This is probably for season 4 still. So even though, which is crazy.
I know that they're probably doing like last
pickups,
couple bits.
reshoots.
Yeah, or that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to say, watch. Jeremy Strong was probably out there, dude. He was out there chilling, doing a scene, and could have got him. Could have seen him.
Well, here's what's crazy too, is I feel like the way shows are made, like there was a point to where procedural comedies and sitcoms and stuff on like ABC and stuff were still shooting within the season that they were releasing. Like they would be releasing episode 1, 2, 3, working on episode 10. Like they were only working that many weeks ahead.
Yeah, that's
like
crazy,
which is
right?
crazy.
Yeah.
But now we have like entire shows being created, done, like for Cobra Kai or whatever. They had 2 seasons done by the time they were playing the season before. And so it's like it's just completely different with streaming versus TV. And I think depending on the type of show it is and how much goes into it, they have to have a certain amount done versus shows that can be like cranked out, like soap operas where they shoot and release the next day. That's that sort of thing.
Yeah, especially like when you think of like, I guess TBS or like The Big Bang Theory, how they're doing like week by week, right? And they're like writing, rehearsing, and shooting. I think streaming is now, it's more like movies, right? Movie productions, like HBO especially, I would think. Last of Us is probably like a movie. They're shooting like a movie, even though they have showrunners and stuff. But like even Succession too, it's like shooting like a movie. Let's shoot through most of it and then get the rest done later. But I don't know. I feel like TV, like real TV is way faster. And then this streaming is more of like, let's take our time, let's extend it out to make a big, long production.
It's
really
super interesting. It's super interesting to me.
Different industry.
Totally different industry. So, we got a trailer. I don't know if we talked about the trailer or not, but it looks great.
Oh, yeah, this is crazy because where we last left off, season 3, I won't like get into specific spoilers, but the family's united in different ways now, separated in others. Per usual, right? We have always different groupings with this ragtag group, and I think it's gonna make for an interesting season because teams are gonna be teams are broken and new teams are made, and I'm sure there's gonna be
Tom's
great locations.
Wongam, the most pathetic character on screen, my favorite.
We love him. He's like a little.
We just want more Tom and Greg.
Tom and Greg, yeah. Climb with me to the top, baby. No.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I feel like the most plot point that's kind of like pulling me in the most is Shiv and Tom's relationship now, that Tom is totally loyal to Shiv's father and Shiv is super loyal to the brothers now, and they are already like head to head. So we'll see what happens. I think it's gonna be super interesting.
Absolutely. Yeah. I saw so many posts. Has it been the craziest run of TV for HBO when you have House of Dragon, White Lotus, Last of Us, and then Succession, all back to back to back to back. Like
It's a good slate, dude.
That's a crazy run for them.
It's a good slate. Let me tell you.
Everyone's talking HBO lately.
Oh yeah, I mean it's undoubtedly it's the most consistent quality.
Dominating.
Yeah,
Crazy
it's wild.
stuff. I'm looking forward to it. March 26th.
Except that's like HBO's been in such a bad light this last year. They canceled like all of their shows, they canceled all their animation projects, laid off so many people, took a bunch of things off the streaming service. Like they are in for their original new shows. They're in a fantastic place, but like HBO and WB as a whole, not in a good spot at all.
That's
like,
true. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good point.
So it's I don't know what will happen. It's crazy.
Yeah, with Warner Brothers, we were like, Warner Brothers is going down. We were like,
dude, they released 2 movies last year.
Yeah, remember when we talked about it? How we were like, wait, Warner Brothers is going like bankrupt practically. Like,
yeah,
they're almost done. Like, I know they're one of the biggest media companies in the world, so no, they're not. But it was that sense of they're losing.
Dude, they
a lot.
might be.
They're losing a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I forgot how crazy.
Yeah.
They really said, HBO, you need to save us. Non-stop, release it.
Yeah.
They said, put out Succession now or shoot the rest
exactly.
later.
We need to just have it done. I want to bring up this one too real quick. This is a kind of additive to last week. We talked about Sundance a lot last week. We talked about Flora and Son, which is one of the movies that premiered. And Apple bought it right after it premiered at Sundance for $20 million. So it'll be coming to Apple TV Plus at the end of the year, which is super exciting. I love that.
That's awesome.
Just an update. Yeah.
Did we talk about Flora and Son, or was that?
Yes, Flora and Son is Joseph Gordon-Levitt's movie with the director that did Sing Street, and it's not a musical, but it's very musically focused in Ireland. That's what the movie's about.
That's right. Okay, yeah, this is, again, feels right up Apple's alley, and I feel like, yeah, this will be on the list. I'll watch it.
Yeah, very excited for it.
Anything Joseph, I told you, I'm for. That's great.
Tell me about John Wick, right?
John Wick has released some new details. Keanu Reeves came out with a quote, and he says he calls this film our opus. He says, "Oh my God, it's crazy, man! It's banana cakes." You know,
that sounds very Keanu. Yeah.
And you know, if for those of you that have seen John Wick 3, you know, YouTube Vince, like, man, John Wick 3 was non-stop action. Crazy.
Yeah.
It was a lot.
Parabellum, right?
With the dogs, and I mean, in start to finish, it was just almost a headache-inducing because it's so much.
Yeah. Then he dies at the end. Quote,
and he
quote,
dies.
Quote.
That's right. Yeah.
He gets shot and he goes.
Dude, he does
down.
superhuman things at this point. He should be dead.
Seriously.
But they talk about this movie being like, you know, non-stop action and their biggest film ever. Even adding Donnie Yen, of course, one of the legendary actors, martial artists, combat icons, whatever you want to say about him. He's all those things. So according to a stunt coordinator and second unit director, Scott Rogers, Donnie Yen brings master level fighting abilities to his films, meaning he is not an actor that you have to train for each specific fight. He's a great actor who's also a trained fighter. And of course, when you add that to many years of John Wick training that Keanu Reeves has invested, you end up with something very special. That's a quote from him talking about it. But
from the director. Oh, second unit director.
Yeah. So I can only imagine the fights between him and Donnie. We've seen some of it in the trailer. He's like blind.
Yeah. I don't know. You see Donnie Yen slicing bullets in half.
Oh, really? Oh,
like
damn.
in the first trailer.
That's crazy.
It's like,
yeah.
It's John Wick shooting, like, you know, doing his, like, this thing. And then Donnie Yen goes, sing, sing, sing. It's like the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life. But my roommates had never seen John Wick before. And
you should do a marathon.
Biggest Donnie Yen fan I know. So he sees the trailer and he's like, is that Donnie Yen? I'm like, yeah. He's like, all right, we have to watch him. So I'm assuming in the next couple weeks we'll start that series and just go through the 3 to rewatch him for this. Very excited, dude. John Wick is like, it's solid action movie every single time. Like the story is not going to blow your socks off, but you're going to be so impressed by like what's going on screen, and it's really cool.
You just want to see what kind of silly set piece, or not set pieces, more of like silly choreography they have, right? Like
riding a horse with motorcycles,
stuff like that. Like, that's why you go. I will say, is this odd that Donnie Yen? This is the second time now he's played blind. Well, I think he's blind. I won't say I know for sure, but he looks like he's blind in this one.
What else does he play a blind person in? Oh,
I want to say Rogue One.
Rogue One, yeah.
So I don't know, maybe twice now.
Maybe
they're just like, Donnie Yen, you're already a master. Let's make it even crazier that you're blind.
Let's make it even harder.
And it's blind. Like, he's okay. I mean,
do we know he's blind in this yet? We don't know yet.
No, but you know why? I got the vibes because he had the glasses on, and then he wasn't even looking at Keanu talking at him, and then he pulls his sword out and he's fighting and kind of like, I don't know, focusing with his ears.
Oh, sick.
That's
okay,
just my.
could be cool.
If he's not, then I don't know. I imagine
It'd be
that, but it
awesome.
really seemed like he was just there, kind of like he's just not
Yeah.
there. He's blind. But
Cool.
I don't know. That'd be
Epic.
kind of crazy. It's gonna be nuts.
We shall see. I'm ready. I'll be there. I'll be there opening weekend. That's
me
it.
too.
Dude, Ryder, I have a confession to make.
Let's hear it.
I haven't been to the movie theater since Black Panther.
Oh my gosh, that's heartbreaking. Coming from you,
It's
like
so heartbreaking. Because I'm dirt broke, bro. I can't just go to the movie theater and,
and we can't have the next one you go
so
to be just
sad.
Ant-Man. Come on now.
No, I know.
You get the last one is Black Panther, and you're like, oh, I'm going to the movies again. What are you saying, Ant-Man? What?
I know.
How
I'm
funny is that?
I'm the worst. I want to go see Babylon,
Oh, okay, yeah.
but guess what? It's on streaming service today. Like, as of
That's
today,
true.
it's on a streaming service.
I was thinking about
Ah,
the
it's
whole
like-
theater.
I'm terrible. I got to go see The Whale because that's only in theater, which I'm very happy about. Puss in Boots we just rented, so like I watched that at home.
Oh yeah, that was.
I'm catching up with all these movies, but Tar's on streaming service now. Like Banshees went on streaming. I waited till they went on streaming.
Would
to
you think
watch 'em.
it's a good price to do the A-list? I don't know if you're closer to AMC.
It totally is.
Because Peyton
Yeah,
just got A-list, so he's been running through that.
I did A-list for 3 months, and I saw a movie every single week. And I saw IMAX and all those movies. It was awesome. But I had it with my roommate, with Brandon, and we would go like every Tuesday night. Like we just had that time booked out to
yeah.
like whatever movie. But it's much harder to do that now since we have different schedules and all that. So I could go, but I'd not just be going alone a lot to the A-list, which is fine too. A little bit of self-care movies didn't hurt nobody.
Absolutely. You let me know the next time you go. We'll find a theater maybe in between us.
Yeah.
I'll go to you because like me and Peyton during the week we went to see. Well, we saw The Whale, but we were way in Santa Monica. We were like, I would ask you, but we were like way. We were by the beach, right? So we saw The Whale over there. And then we saw Megan the other day. But because Peyton he just likes to go to the movies all nonstop. So you gotta tell me when you want to go, and I'll just go whenever. I'll be like, yeah, let's go. Let's find something.
I mean, I'll drive to like you're only 30 minutes, bro. I'll
we're
drive
not
to
far,
you to go
too.
see him. I mean, in between, that's 15 minutes for each of us to go to a movie wherever that's gonna be. So yeah.
So like M. Night Shyamalan's movie, we want to see that one.
I would love to see Knock at the Cabin. Yeah.
We'll talk about it and see when we can see. Find a theater to go to.
We can go to you. We can just go to you.
We go to
you're in the middle.
There's one just here, AMC Burbank, right? That one,
Yeah,
or not
AMC
even
Burbank.
even Glendale. There's two here that we go to. So we'll talk about it because it's coming out.
We got to do it. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyways, come catch us at AMC Burbank, guys.
Yeah.
Not to dox ourselves. But...
yeah.
Okay, this is super interesting to me too. This week, there's been two big Oscar controversy things, and one is that, oh my gosh, why am I forgetting it now? It was, they were reconsidering giving an Oscar to something, or reconsidering.
Oh yeah, the actress, because there was.
The grassroots campaign.
She was breaking some rules about how they nominate people, right?
Basically, she's in this like really small budget indie movie. One celebrity sees it. We don't know how, but that celebrity's like, you guys, this is the best performance we've ever. Andrea Riseborough. This is the best performance we've ever seen in our entire life. You need to go see this. And then like it just starts popping up for like 2 days. All I'm seeing is this movie. To Leslie, never heard of it ever again, but it got an Oscar nomination because it was whatever the promo thing was just at the right time. And so there was a thing is like, is this illegal to do? Blah blah blah. It's not illegal. It's fine. Yeah. It's like totally fine. It's whatever.
Trying to pitch your movie.
Yeah, same way big studios do it. They just pay a lot more money to do it. You know what I mean?
It's true.
On billboards for your consideration, they send discs or whatever. This was just like, who knows? Maybe you paid celebrities to do this. I don't know. But regardless, it's fair.
Send them a care package with goodies and cookies. It's like, I'm gonna have some good thoughts about your movie. You know what I mean? You send me a cookie, I'll vote for your movie.
So. Yeah, that was under consideration. It was ruled out that there's no unfair thing. It's fine. But a lot of memes stem from that of like.
That's true.
My favorite is like, for your reconsideration, it was Jenny from Banshees of Inisherin, the donkey. Like, why didn't she get nominated Best Actress? Like, stuff like this. Like just all sorts of things.
I saw one where they were like, people are renegotiating whether or not this actor has, and it was like 20 years back, an actor that should have
way
won.
long ago.
It's like, what?
Yeah. It's like, the Academy's looking into why Jim Carrey was not nominated for The Truman Show. Like, just like random stuff. So that was really funny. But the thing that just kind of is happening these last couple days is that there's a big, every year, it seems like horror is snubbed at the Oscars. There's never any horror things nominated. Ryder, I know you're a big horror fan. But Mia Goth from Infinity Pool X and Pearl kind of had some stuff to say about this. And Mia Goth addresses the Oscars not taking horror seriously, saying a change is necessary. Quote, I think it's very political and that it's not entirely based on the quality of project per se. She says, I think there's a lot going on there. There's a lack of genre diversity among the nominees. Quote, I think there's a lot going on there. A lot of cooks in the kitchen. When it comes to nominations, the categories that are recognized. Maybe I shouldn't say this either, but I think that's true. I think a lot of people know that. I don't know why. So she's just saying there needs to be a shift, basically, to engage with wider public. It does sometimes feel like all of these are drama. Everything is drama that is nominated. Sure, Avatar, I would say, is action film.
Top Gun.
And Top Gun's action.
It seems like they're trying to like do blockbusters more, which people are kind of pushing for, I guess, right? Is that like a new thing? Like they're like, get more blockbusters in. I'm confused about that conversation about blockbusters. I think
Top Gun Maverick and Avatar Way of Water are the highest grossing movies of the year.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of ways to think about this. Number one, you nominate these so that people who have only seen those two movies are all of a sudden interested in the Oscars. That is one people's thought process. Another thought process is, damn, they really made that much money. They deserve the spot. Like, they deserve a spot on here because, like, it's not just that it made so much money. People watched it enough times for it to make that much money. People must like it. It has inherent value in it right there.
Yeah.
Best picture,
right?
it should be in the conversation. Yeah, it doesn't have to be things you've never heard of, like that sort of thing. Which I think that is...
No, yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, we know the Oscars are political. Like, we know it's kind of, it is a political thing. Like, it's not wrong to say that it isn't. And it's nice it's nice to hear more people, especially actors in the industry, talk about this sort of thing. But yeah, I think we will see in the future, hopefully, a spread of all genres in the Academy Awards, because I know it's hard to like nominate all these films in general too, because there's so many movies, right? But yeah, I do think horror doesn't really get acknowledged really at all. I think it should.
Yeah.
There's a lot of great performances that we see in horror.
Right.
Pull them out, right?
I want to see Pearl. I got to see Pearl.
Oh, I know that. Those movies that we always talk about, Pearl and X, it's always like...
X was so nasty. But I got to watch Pearl.
Down. Okay, Pearl. You don't think...
Well, X is like just a porno. X is just like they just shoot inappropriate movies, on a farm.
Yeah.
And then there's this old lady, and she's like, I want to do it too. And then she goes evil.
Okay.
That's what the movie's about.
Interesting concept. I respect. But, yeah, the quality doesn't change a biased opinion. You know what I mean? Like, what's...
No.
Like, I always want to say, it's not me. No, it's not the movie, it's me. Right? You know what I mean?
I guess, maybe. But I think that horror is just hard to appeal to people in general. So, like...
Yeah.
Not hard to appeal to people in general. Megan just made a bunch of money. I think a lot of people enjoy horror. I think it's hard to get people to vote for horror in the midst of other movies. Like,
because it is violent. It's killing. It's more of like a negative connotation of like, are we really as America going to vote for death? Like, I don't know. Maybe.
But there's so many. There's so many movies like that get nominated for Best Picture that has so much death in it. I don't think that's quite it. I think it's more of like, it's got to be. I don't know. It's hard to.
Maybe the
first of all,
is that
I think it's hard to make a good horror movie. It's hard to make a good horror movie.
That's true, 100%.
Maybe I think like Hereditary and Midsommar definitely like probably should have got nominations and stuff like that. But I'm talking like top tier horror movies should be just like any top tier movie should be. Now I think there's a lot of horror movies that came out this year that I did see. I feel like I saw a lot of horror movies this year.
Okay,
like Men, for instance, stuff like that. Like,
oh yeah,
dude, Men was crazy. But like, I don't think it deserved nominations. There's a lot of horror movies that came out this year that don't deserve nominations.
Yeah.
I feel like there are movies that do come out, though, that do deserve nominations.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Maybe there's the stigma of, like, horror films being, like, teenager B-movie, like, kind of slasher. I don't know.
Could be. I mean, that's a subsect. I think that's just a subsect of horror. Because there's, like, scary movies that come out that is, like, not... What?
They're becoming more elevated, right? Like... Even in Scream, they made fun of like elevated horror now, like with Jordan Peele and kind of it. The horror genre is changing now, so that too is like you said, that used to be what it was, and now it's turning into there's themes now, Hereditary and Nope and Get Out. It's like there's actual there's subtext to all this. There's not.
Yeah,
It's not.
It is interesting.
Slasher, changing,
Yeah.
evolving. And I hope we see the Oscars evolve because I'm with you. More.
Yeah, I hope so too. I think we will see them evolve.
Hopefully soon.
But time will tell.
Time will tell.
All right, clip time.
Clip time.
Clip time. All right, here we go. Ready? You're gonna start. I'm gonna start recording in 3.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah. Here we go.
3, 2, 1, go.
A Tomb Raider movie is in the works at Amazon, and Phoebe Waller-Bridges is going to be writing a new series separate from a reported film in the works. We have some details here about even a possible game. Amazon's really trying to revitalize this franchise, Tomb Raider. What do we got? Vince, thoughts? Let's get into it.
So here we go. The film, show, and previously announced video game will begin to build an interconnected world, which is very cool to me. Will they cast the same actress to play all 3 of them?
I hope.
I don't know. One source with knowledge of the pact described it as being among the largest commitments at Amazon after Lord of the Rings by comparison. Amazon is estimated to have spent $250 million on the rights alone to Lord of the Rings, which with that deal covering multiple season show, The Rings of Power, as well as spin-offs. Who's the actor in here?
There is no there's no actor attached.
Who's this then? Dimitri Johnson?
Oh, Dimitri Johnson is the director, I want to say, or the producer.
Okay, so what did he do here?
So Dimitri Johnson talks about putting the deal together for this. Of course, there's an anime series at Netflix, which I didn't know that was a thing already, that was cooked up.
Did not know that.
Includes a 2-season order, of course, for the anime. The company has spent the past year plus working out rights to the property, and last year, Crystal Dynamics regained control of the rights to Tomb Raider games after Embracer completed its acquisition of Square Enix assets. This all comes from, I believe, Hollywood Reporter. We got to put that in there. But this is exciting.
How crazy this is. Mm-hmm. Listen how crazy this is. Phoebe Waller-Bridges having a hell of a couple years. First, writes and stars in Fleabag, right? Mm-hmm. This like comedy show that pops off. Then now she's in Indiana Jones 5 with Harrison Ford. Pretty incredible. Mm-hmm. Now she is writing a Tomb Raider show that is yet to be confirmed whether that is a live action show or an animated show writer. I saw a lot of stuff on the lines that people were really convinced that this is going to be an animated show. But Phoebe Waller-Bridges, known greatly for her comedy and writing. Tomb Raider, not at all known for its comedy in any means of the imagination. It'll be very interesting to see how this like pair up happens. I'm very glad they have a female writing this character though, because I feel like the Tomb Raider games in the past, and like the past Tomb Raider movies, it's all written by these dudes, and it's like, I don't know.
It doesn't feel right. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't feel right. Yeah. So this is great.
Here's something to acknowledge. I'm checking out her IMDb, and I remembered she wrote the screenplay for No Time to Die, James Bond. So
that's incredible. I did not know that.
So she has the caliber to kind of do a huge action film. She's doing she's co-creating a Mr. and Mrs. Smith TV series. And so she's working on action.
Like the Brad Pitt, Angelina Jolie.
Yeah, there's something. Yeah, that's kind of on her IMDb for future. And of course, she did Killing Eve and Fleabag. Great writing, right? We know multiple Emmy Award winnings for Killing Eve, I think. And then Fleabag. Everyone loved Fleabag. She starred in that too. So yeah, she's working on, like, she knows action. She knows how to do it. Plus her.
Right, I'm very excited.
Dude, she's great.
For the interconnected world sort of deal here. I think like being able to, if it really is connected and has the same story or whatever, maybe Lara Croft is not the main character in all 3 of these things. I don't know. Yeah. It could just be Tomb Raider with other characters, but it would make sense for it to be Lara Croft.
There's a lot of lore to tap into with.
There's a lot of lore. The Square Enix games, in my opinion, the last one dropped off hard for me, Shadow of the Tomb Raider, and I cannot wait for that to be rebooted. Not rebooted, but like just a new iteration. But I think a movie connected with that as well is awesome. The movie is going to have to be the first because it's going to have to be the thing that is the jumping on point because not enough people play the games.
Yeah.
You know?
And I'll say it. I'll die on the vine saying that I might be the only person that appreciated Alicia Vikander. Her movie Tomb Raider was great because it was kind of a recreation of the first game with a little bit of fresh
stuff. Remember the biking scene at the beginning of Tomb Raider? That was the weirdest thing. Yeah,
that was all silly. Yeah, that was kind of.
She's like what is she, like a like she's a mail lady?
She's okay, she's a delivery person. Maybe.
I forget.
She delivers parcels. Maybe.
And she has her bike race.
It's been a long time.
It's so funny. What a funny movie. I don't know.
I don't remember that part. But Yeah, I remember.
I wish they
seeing
gave her
it.
another shot.
No, yeah, Alicia Vikander, she's Tomb Raider. She's Lara Croft.
Yeah, she's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm excited for whoever they cast, and I hope that whoever they cast also plays in the game and the show. I hope it's like a one deal. You get all this.
Yeah,
sort of thing.
that would be even better, right? Really cohesion in the whole franchise.
Yeah, it'd be super, super cool.
As for the series, like you said, if it's animated, again, just make it more unique, make it more something where it's like cross-pollinate different genres, different branding and stuff like that. But I'm for it. I'm excited. Bring it on.
I love the treasure hunting, Tomb Raider, world traveling Lara Croft. I'm all about it. Like, give me, it's fun. It's fun. I love adventure.
Yeah, if they give it even half the care of this Lord of the Rings again, I was reading, that'd be it. That'd be it for me.
Yeah, God.
It's
actually a quarter. It's a quarter of the budget so far.
Oh my god.
250 million.
Oh
no,
yeah.
250 million was on Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, so I'm saying if they put in like not even maybe a quarter of that invested into this franchise, it could be saved once again.
It'll be awesome. Will she fight jaguars? We shall see. Guys, if you want to know everything coming up with Tomb Raider, whether that's the movies, the video games, or the TV shows, you can stay right here at Strictly Casual. We appreciate you guys watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace out. Beautiful.
Peace out.
I didn't say the freeze frame. Go check
yeah,
out
you always did the
platforms.
little. You do the silly box. Yeah.
Dang it.
That's okay. We have it down there.
I boofed in there.
Is that all the main stuff? Yeah, we got the main stuff, right? That's it, I guess.
Yeah.
I put a couple little headlines here. We can go through them together. I wanted to give a hype check because I wanted to see your hype check for kind of both of us. We have a new casting update for Percy Jackson and the Olympians. Man, this might just be my side of Twitter, but a lot of people are like hyped for this show, dude. Like, and you too, right? Yeah.
I have a couple things I saw, but Lance Reddick as Zeus is awesome. The voice, bro. The voice. Lance Reddick is so good.
Gonna be like, hello there, Percy, Guardian. No, I'm just kidding. Guardian.
Yeah.
From Destiny. No, yeah.
Uh-huh.
I think it's great. Toby Stevens, Poseidon. I'm not familiar with his work, but I feel like I've seen this guy. He looks familiar, kind of. I don't know.
Yeah, he's gonna be Percy's dad, so he'll be a bigger role than Zeus. This guy's in like 13 Hours, Secret Soldiers of Benghazi.
Oh, okay.
Lost in Space, an old James Bond movie. And I mean a lot of British royalty dramas like Jane Eyre and The Great Gatsby, I guess, is not really.
He got the chops. He's ready to bring it.
It's just a lot of like Cambridge Spies.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm familiar with some of his stuff. So, wow, Alex Rider, the TV series? I remember that. Wow. I mean, 2021, not that old, but. Okay, so this is going to be funny because this guy, he's been in all the drama. So he's this show's going to be like another soap, I think, like family drama. I mean, maybe not that much. It's going to be more childlike, more youthful, but.
I hope it's good. I don't know. I have higher expectations because Rick Riordan is writing and show writing and
Give
stuff.
Give it the love.
So that's cool. Yeah, but we shall see. This is Disney Plus TV show, right? So
yeah,
it's a complete toss up.
Yeah,
of what this will be like.
If it's anything like National Treasure, that's where my statement is.
Was it not good? I didn't watch it.
I'll say National Treasure was a show that released on Disney Plus.
Thanks. That's all I need to know. Appreciate it. I heard they brought back some of the original cast, which is cool.
Oh yeah. Riley. Oh,
right. I love Riley.
Oh man,
he's the man in the chair for me when I think of that. Nick Cage has not come back. I would watch it if Nick Cage was back.
Yeah. Anyways,
we talked about Succession. We have Last of Us. We'll get a season 2. It got renewed, Ryder. And did we talk about this last week? I don't know. We just talked about it all the time.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, we both kind of on Twitter were talking about it, about how they're going to follow part 2 of the game, which I think is a very good choice. Like, follow the source material as always. Man, people are going to be in for a show. They're going to be in for a series.
Yeah, people are going to hate it. I don't know. I don't see them liking it.
No, 100%.
I think the second season is so much harder to adapt than the first season.
If they do 2 seasons, like we said, we know what the focus will be on from part of that show. And already people will be like, wait, what? They've already grown accustomed to something. It's going to be the same conversations we've heard. We know how this goes.
Here's my guess, actually, is what they do here. They do Season 1, it ends. Season 2 picks up, and it's just Abby the entire season, but it skips the main event.
Yeah.
It skips the intro main event, and they wait for season 3, episode 1 with that.
Oh man, imagine, because people will love this character.
Oh, you think season 1 ends with that bang?
No.
Or season 2 ends with that bang?
No. But I'm agreeing with you that they're gonna have a season to love Abby. People are gonna love Abby, and then they've already have Pedro and Ellie, Joel and Ellie in season 1. So it's this love of 2 seasons of shows with love, and then like you said, season 3, boom, shock, and you're like, oh.
Season 3, episode 1, absolute shock. Ugh. But then they have too much to fit in for season 3. Then they don't have enough stuff for season 2, which means I have to do it in season 1.
Because you know what I imagine them doing, dude? There's a whole episode just on the Seraphites. There's an episode just on the Wolves. Like, you can really pad out this entire show, filling up lore for every single group that's introduced in the game.
Yeah, that's true.
You could have an episode on the group, Abby's group, like them in the wintertime, like just them individually, separate from Abby. Like, dude, there's so much you could do.
Yeah, there's a lot. Very excited. It's going to be great. Excited for people to experience it.
Absolutely.
I hope it doesn't get spoiled for you because you will be hurt.
Yeah. Oh man, that was a rough time. Do you remember that time?
Painful.
When it leaked?
Yeah, I remember that time. It leaked and everybody was really sad.
What a time.
Then that's when people started hating the game. They're like, "How could you do this to my favorite character?" Blah, 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 blah. And then it was just
probably the biggest leak of video game history, I'll say.
Yeah,
as of late.
Up there. Well, that and 60 hours of GTA 6 footage that got released.
Oh yeah, that's huge stuff.
That's huge.
Here we go, real quick. Thunderbolts recruits Io at a berry. She's from The Bear.
Yeah, she's chef.
Yeah, chef. She's what's her name?
Herd chef. What's her name in the show? Damn it.
I forgot. I
don't know anybody's show in the game.
I just think his name is The Bear. I don't know his name. John
Carmy.
Carmy. Oh, okay. Carmy. Yeah, Cousin. Yeah. I know Cousin.
Yeah, Cousin and Carmy.
Yeah, it was a fast show, so I couldn't get attached to any names.
It was lightning speed.
Yeah, but
I think she's great. So cool.
Yeah,
that's cool. She's gotten to Marvel.
Got that,
and now that will be what she's known for the rest of her life. And not
no, come on now.
It's like Jonathan Majors.
Oh yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah. Wow.
For the normies.
And here we go. Michael Jackson's nephew, Jafar Jackson, is going to be playing him in the biopic Michael, directed by Antoine Fuqua.
Nice.
That's pretty cool. And they showed a photo of him. I mean, yeah, of course he looks like him. And
I only saw one where he was like shadowed out. It was like a light behind him, and it was he was just striking a pose sort of thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, there was another one that released of his face, and he looks like his uncles. So, yeah, I mean, and being in the family, I'm sure you understand. What can be said? You're in the family, you know him.
Did Anton do Jake Gyllenhaal, Michael Pena movie that I love so much, End of Watch?
I believe no. That was the director of Suicide Squad, the first one, not James.
Oh yeah, dude, I love End of Watch. That movie's so good.
He did
He did Training Day and Equalizer, Magnificent Seven, Southpaw. God, have you seen Southpaw, Ryder?
Oh no, but I
did they put it on Netflix? So good, so good.
I hear. He directed Emancipation, the new one with Will Smith. He directed The Guilty, Jake Gyllenhaal movie.
Yeah.
He directed The Terminal List, Infinite, Equalizer.
Infinite, that's a Paramount Plus original movie that nobody saw.
Olympus Has Fallen. So plenty of
action baby. No, this will be great. I think he's a great choice for this for the biopic.
Yeah, biopics have been. Well, I don't. As of late, like what's a not good biopic? Well, I don't know. I don't want to call out bad ones. Oh yeah. Okay, easy. See, because as of late, like Elvis was good. I don't know.
I liked Elvis. People don't like Elvis for some. Like I don't understand. There's like so many people that hate Elvis, and I watched it and I was like, this movie's fun.
I know some reasons why people would dislike any biopic, and that's because of I don't know, just people. The characters being focused aren't as good as they make them to be in the movies, which is understandable. But I don't know. It's just a certain lens you want to have, I guess.
Some ones that people really don't like are Bohemian Rhapsody. Obviously, has a lot of hate, even though it won Oscars.
Yeah.
Imitation Game.
Oh,
with Benedict Cumberbatch.
Good point.
There's a lot of hate to it too. Jobs 2013.
Oh
Steve Jobs
yeah,
one, which is the Ashton Kutcher version, not the Michael Fassbender version.
dude. Yeah, I'm only thinking about musicians, and I'm forgetting about all the biopics about historical figures and inventors and people like that. Let's see, like Johnny Cash one was pretty great.
Oh, Walk the Line! I can't wait to see that. I gotta watch that.
But yeah, I guess they're hit or miss for people.
Everybody's putting Blonde as number 1.
Oh, really? Like the most disliked.
Wait, what? This is a dumb website. This says Spencer is a terrible biopic. Spencer's really good.
Oh yeah, Kristen Stewart. There was a lot of love for her performance.
Yeah, she has an incredible performance in that.
I
don't know. Some of these lists are stupid.
I grew up on Michael Jackson. Like when I was a kid, I used to do all of hear all his music, and
you were a dancer, writer.
I used to
I'm
do
sure
all
you did some dancing.
Yeah, I love this music.
I love that.
I don't listen to it anymore now, but yeah. Okay, well there you have it. That's the juice. That's the sauce. Juice.
That is Freeze Frame episode 96, baby.
But I'll tell you what. As of right now, in 8 minutes, everyone is about to be disappointed because no announcements are coming on. Just kidding.
No announcements are coming at 9 o'clock.
They're coming probably 5 p.m. PST, dude. I want to say.
I'll stay on until 9 after the podcast.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, they'll probably come at 9 to like 9:30. You know what I mean? Like, I know you won't have time.
We'll see.
We'll have to do it for lunch. But hey, everybody stay tuned because if not today, if not tomorrow, it's gonna happen eventually. We'll cover the DC stuff and kind of give our thoughts and have an educational, informational take on it. Because there's always something to be said.
All right, El. Peace out. We'll see you on the next one.
Have a great week, everybody.